Hi, it's Hazel, and welcome to my channel, Hazel and Aka Design. This is going to be a short video, but a good one, because I want to talk a bit about the Junk Journal Group that I belong to in Edmonton, and our December meeting. Now, you can see that there are goodies here, and I'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, there were some, I guess, kind of mixed results on how successful or not this last meeting was. And I obviously look through things through the prism of where I live and how far I have to drive and the fact that it's winter and so on and so on. But I'm still glad that I went to the meeting, even though the proposed project didn't happen because the person who was going to teach it became ill. The turnout was not great because other people were ill, or I'm thinking just a really busy time of year. However, I did not make a special trip to attend the meeting, so I didn't think it was bad that I stayed in the city longer than I needed to. Having said that, I didn't see the last minute, it was done as quickly as possible, given that sometimes people's health changes, late. Anyway, because I wasn't prepared to do anything, like I hadn't brought anything to do, I thought we were doing the class. I didn't bring anything like fussy cutting or whatever to do. So I ended up leaving early, which was fine. Besides winning the door prize, which I'll get to in a minute, and receiving another little gift, which we all got from one of the other members, I think that the best payoff for me was the fact that I raised a concern, and it was, we went back and forth, but the concern was heard and well received. Not concern, let's not say concern. Let's just say I stated an opinion. Fancy that. I discussed how, anyway, let me get into the details of it. Typically and I've only been to 3 meetings, so I'm certainly not any kind of an expert here. Somehow, I guess suggestions are offered as to a theme, and everything is obviously voluntary. If a person is able to and wants to participate in taking part of that theme thing, then they prepare an envelope with as much or as little of the related to the theme as possible. Those envelopes get laid out on the table, and there's a process for randomly choosing which envelope will be yours. If you don't participate, which I wasn't prepared to this time, you obviously don't get anything either. So, I mean, that goes without saying. In addition to that, there has always been a rummage table, which is, I think, really good because it allows people to bring excess or things they no longer need, put them on the table in the hopes that someone else will be able to use them and will take them home, because, of course, if they don't, then you're bringing it back home. Okay, so that's all good. My concern was with the themed envelopes. So the last theme was celestial. And I just find that because I'm so busy making videos, doing projects, making journals, just blah, 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 I find that kind of a pain to have to search high and low to find stuff for a theme, take it there, and then bring home somebody else's collection of that same theme. So, people expressed opinions. It was all done kindly and in a friendly way. And then eventually the decision was made, and this came from our fearless leader, Natalie, to continue with the envelopes, because some people love them, love putting them together. And everyone goes in with the idea that you're not judged for how much or how little you bring. But the twist on this now is that a person can put together an envelope with a theme of their own choosing. So if a person has an excess of whatever, corn, farm, fairies, whatever, you put it together, and it really is a surprise and hopefully a delight for whoever gets your envelope. So I think that's a really good improvement, and it might increase the participation as well. So anyway, that's all good. And another thing that has changed, and I found that out because I left early. I found that out through an email, which is, again, is my preferred way of being communicated with. It is that the day of the week used to be Fridays, has now been moved to Tuesdays. Starts half an hour earlier, and I guess probably ends half an hour earlier. And we have January, February, and March dates. So that's good because then a person can work their schedule around it or know in advance that they won't be able to be there. Okay, now to the door prize. Well, let me do this one from Linda first. So Linda is a very likable woman. And so I guess her concern was that a person never really knows how many people are going to show up. So she wanted to give everyone a little gift. And, excuse me. So, this box went around. We were able to pick the box that we wanted, not knowing what was in it. And, of course, she had surplus because it wasn't a great turnout. So inside is a little tiny purse-sized hand sanitizer, hand gel from Bath and Body Works, which is cool. And she made these boxes. Now, I think she comes from a sort of a scrapbooking, maybe not so much scrapbooking as card making background. So doing something like this is probably second nature, but I was kind of amazed. Like, it looks so good. And I said to her, man, that's precision work, baby. So that was a nice little surprise. And people seem to do this periodically. Now, because I thought there was going to be a rummage table, I had brought a bunch of stuff and included some really old papers, some book pages from 1894 and 1877. So because we were just a handful of people, I just made a pile for everyone. And then there were some other things that I just laid out that people could choose and help themselves to. So everyone seemed really grateful for that. So it worked. So when I wasn't there, I don't know if it was at the previous meeting or what, they must have come up with the idea of having a door prize at each meeting. So, and I don't know how and when the process was of choosing who wins it. All I know is that somebody just said, "Oh, Hazel, you won the door prize." And it was put together by Tina. Now, Tina has the habit, predilection, whatever, of sort of really going above and beyond, and kind of makes the rest of us maybe look a wee bit. Let's just say she's raised the bar. So I open the thing, and what do I get? I get this box. Now, I don't know if she made it or not. Hard to tell. I see that I need to re-glue this corner, but I'm sure that's my fault, not hers. Anyway, inside are these 5 Christmas cards, dimensional, felt, die cut. Look at the laces on the skates, for heaven's sakes. Plus the cello bags, plus the envelopes. This is stamping, I guess, that she would have colored and added a couple of gems. Ribbon. Fa la la. Like, just, again, I wasn't a card maker. I think I made 3 cards because I attended a workshop at one point in my life. This one is really pretty. I like the fact that it's sort of different colors. So again, wouldn't that have been a good gift all on its own? But no, there's more. There is this, and I'm only showing you this, not to prove how damn lucky I am, but to maybe show some quick, I don't know how quick they are, but some ideas. So this is a little slice of a birch tree. She's glued, I guess, scrapbooking paper to either side. Obviously drilled a hole through it and strung some beads on it. So this would be a tree ornament. So you could attach your hook but isn't that cute? And I think I have wood slices like that. But there's more. Her son, Jordan, knows how to crochet, and in fact brought a ball of crochet cotton to the meeting, and that's what he was doing there. Anyway, this is one of those dishcloths, Christmas colors, and apparently his mom bought this from him to include in this gift. So I thought that was kind of funny. Who's your best customer? My mother. And then the final thing is so darn cute. Snowballs, 5 cents. So I'm thinking, well, that's darn cute also. So, of course, I want to reach for one and realize that they're all glued together, because I kind of wanted to throw one at her, just for the just for the hell of it. But isn't that cute? This is exactly the sort of stuff we would have been doing in our shop back in the day. Having classes, doing these simple things, making, using up, regular craft supplies. We always would have had a tree or 2 in the store. And of course, we make the prototype. We hopefully sell a class to do it, or do several ideas, and then of course sell the finished product. So now I guess that whoever wins the door prize is responsible for providing the prize at the next meeting. So guess who's up for the January meeting? But it's good because I have notice, and I can, think it through and put something aside and not be caught with my pants down, so to speak. So anyway, ladies, I know I wished you Merry Christmas and a great New Year. But I'll just say again that I appreciate your friendship, your generosity, your support. I think some of I believe some of those ladies are subscribers and so on. So it's really nice to be able to connect with people face to face. I wish I was a little bit closer, but then farms are not movable. And I'll just do a quick shout out to Mo. She intended to be there. She wasn't able to attend because I guess she got sick, but that's okay, because she bought one of my blush journals, and we met in Fort Saskatchewan the other night, had supper with her and her husband. I got to see her real life reaction to the journal, and we talked about everything under the sun. And if you haven't already left for your little southern U.S. getaway, safe travels, and hopefully we'll see you at the January meeting. Anyway, guys, I will stop there. I just wanted to show you some of these ideas, and also maybe continue to sell you this sticker. I'm just trying to peel this off. To sell you on the idea of starting or seeking out a similar type meeting wherever you live. And because there are some definite benefits to doing so. Anyway, guys, oh, and I guess the moral of the story is that if something, like, we're all grown-ups and hopefully mature and well past the stage and what is the word? Way too mature and graceful to play mind games with anyone, because life is too short for that. If you have a concern or if you see a way to improve things, because, when I brought up my concern about the envelopes, the question was, well, how would you change it? What would you do differently? And of course, I hadn't thought that part out, and I wasn't the one to come up with what I think is a better system. So, I guess what I'm saying is, ask and ye shall receive, or ask and if you don't receive, at least you have the satisfaction of having known that you brought up a concern, you voiced your opinion. Majority rules. You can't win you can't win every time. But at least you know that, okay, I wasn't just suffering in silence. And forgive me, I don't want that to sound, I don't want this to sound bigger than it is. What I'm trying to say is, quite often, and I think women are especially prone to it, we stay silent. We put up with, we take it on the chin. We want to be peacekeepers, and we want to make sure everyone is happy and contented and nurtured and well looked after. And sometimes we do that to our own detriment and at our own expense. So this is certainly nothing big in the scheme of things, but it does prove to me, yet again, that nobody's a mind reader. If something isn't working for you, bring it up. If others agree, great. If they don't, you had the satisfaction of having expressed your opinion, and you either accept what is, or you remove yourself from the situation if it's a deal breaker for you. Because I think every time we push down and disregard what we really want, what we really like, what we really hope for, and of course I'm talking bigger than envelopes, I'm talking life, I think we lose a bit of ourselves. So I didn't mean this to get all heavy and, like philosophical, but I truly believe it. And frankly, I have a heck of a lot more respect for the group and the process, because group dynamics is a field of study all on its own. So learning how to be in a group, to lead a group, it takes some finessing sometimes. So I'm tickled with how the whole conversation went. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to stop. Like they say, if you've dug yourself a hole, stop digging. I'm going to stop digging. Okay, thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.